depends on what you're
What
referring
you're
to.
referring to, one spells it with an H, one spells it with a J, and we actually looked at all that.
You did?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is going to.
It just looks so strange.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it depends on,
So the Michigan medical one is with an H. Sorry.
Shows you how ridiculous this is.
Steve said we could double check that, make sure that we've got the H in the right spot, the J in the right spot.
Can we make type 2 a permit only instead of special land use, because nobody's gonna see their name put on the internet, it's too scary. If you guys keep it confidential, you might get it.
Just a second.
Special land use is crazy.
Well, that's because that's what our zoning ordinance calls it. When you go to the planning commission, they have a set of rules that you can do on your property. If you wanna do something else, you have to apply for a special land
How
use
do we keep
permit.
it confidential, sir? It's too
Okay.
dangerous.
There is a section in here where the clerk has added in that it's not accessible through FOIA, so people could not FOIA our office and get a list of everybody that has licenses and.
The man in Vienna
We're not gonna-
Township, they put his name on the internet, his card on the internet, his application on the internet. He had to stay before the board with his name up there, he ran away, he was so scared, but they were gonna call him into the board like this and call him up and everybody could
Well,
see it,
it-
public hearing, his
Yeah.
name, his address, that's dangerous language.
If it's a bigger operation, I would have to.
It's just
I'll
a
even
permit
have the
and an inspection.
72, so I'm not sure where the small and big comes
It's
in.
not
'cause
Agreed.
You can have the 72 by law.
Agreed.
So I'm not sure where the biggest.
We are small.
We're all
and
small.
big.
There's 6,000 plant girls right down the street in Chesney, you know, we're small, if we just do a permit with an inspection, people will probably do it. But you start calling it special land use and then coming up here in front of this microphone, you will get no response. Vienna Township has had no response, y'all, in years. Ask Mr. Supervisor Risk, how many applicants have you had for special land use on your permit?
All right,
for
this
special
isn't
land?
Vienna Township, this isn't.
I know, but no, people are not gonna come up here for that. They'll do a permit, confidential, fine,
Yep.
inspection, cool, you know, whatever, you're good, that's cool. But this whole thing about a board meeting and standing up here and putting your name on the internet, that microphone stand,
I don't know where the internet come into it.
I mean, it's just because they put it on the agenda. They put his name on the agenda. They put his address on their website, sir. It's crazy and dangerous.
I don't, this isn't Vienna Township.
He's at
72 plants is small.
Can't believe it.
Any other questions on these changes?
Do that, motion needs to be amended, correct?
Yeah. To amend the first reading?
Is there anything else we need to amend?
That's one more. I don't think so.
One more thing.
All right,
So it should be
That-
shall not be located on property described, we're taking
Yes, correct.
the acres out.
So what are you changing in number 2?
Taking out, shall have a minimum lot size of 2 acres and.
So now we'll go shall not be located on.
So number 2, if you make the change that was suggested by Mr. Peck, probably would read, a primary caregiver home occupation shall not be located on property described in a condominium, master deed, or platted subdivision or planned unit development.
Exactly.
That was what was going on Monday.
And we're eliminating number 4 with regard to the 200 amp service, and then redesignating 5, 6, and 7 as 4, 5, and 6.
and then changing the title of the people that would be doing the inspections.
So when deemed necessary, building inspector, code enforcement officer, police personnel.
Other township staff as determined by the board would be eliminated.
Right.
Another issue in this is on the first page, section 8, number 6, the hours of operation, and this applies to all home occupations, not just medical marijuana caregivers. The hours of operation for all home occupations shall not exceed 9 AM to 9 PM. And I believe the intent there was the coming and going of traffic associated with the home occupation. If, for example, if the marijuana plants are growing after 9 PM, maybe that's part of a home occupation and technically somebody's in violation. If you wanted to consider amending section 6, it could read something to the effect, traffic to and from the property for purposes of the home occupation shall only occur between 9 AM and 9 PM. And that would leave all other aspects of the home occupation, those could continue under the same rules that we've already got. If there's no noise, interference with adjoining property, then they wouldn't be, the home occupation wouldn't be a violation of the ordinance.
So the 9 AM to 9 PM would only include people coming and going
With respect to your home.
to that home occupation.
5
So
patients.
that makes 4 changes.
Yep.
Okay, one more please, page 3, the proposed use shall only be located in an attached building or detached accessory building that is incidental to the principal dwelling unit on the property. Page 3, 2, we need to change that to say, except for in the case of outdoor growing,
No.
because if we cut outdoor growing out, that's not legal to say you can't grow outside.
Again,
What
So we need
I
to add
just
that.
read from the
You just-
opinion where the Court of Appeals interpreting the lead case said that was valid. It wasn't,
To ban outdoor gardening in this township. I just wanna make sure we're
It's
clear.
in
What you guys are
litigation.
doing before you say it's okay. You're saying on the record that we're not gonna allow medical caregivers
It'll
to
be
go
on,
outside.
it'll be on the record, yeah.
I wanna make sure we're all agreeing that we hear what you're saying.
wow.
This township has taken it upon themselves to be the first township in Michigan to outright ban a simple plant being outside. What's next, tomatoes?
well,
Peppers?
apparently we're the third.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I don't think it's gonna fly, guys, it's not a good one. Outdoors?
Are we ready for?
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
you wanna,
motion? Okay, I move we amend the motion by eliminating, the number 6, and changing the verbiage on 6, first page, A6,
hours of operation.
as was stated. B2, that the first part shall be eliminated, as was stated by Mr. Moulton. Number 4 be eliminated completely. Paragraphs 5, 6, and 7 be changed to 4, 5, and 6. And that in paragraph 6, other township staff as determined by the board be eliminated.
Is there support for that?
I'll support that.
It's a lot of changes. This has
Not enough.
come a long ways, yeah, it is.
Number 3, the 25% or 660 square feet, that needs to go up, that's just,
Should be 1,800.
should be like 15% of your, if you wanna use a basement or a bedroom, and you still got a living room and a couple other bedrooms, it should be 25%.
Plants are bigger than that.
As long as there's living space for the occupant within the home, they should be able to use the rest of their home for whatever they choose.
50%, does that sound good?
Certainly better than 25.
You guys got any more discussion on that?
50%.
Go ahead and call the roll.
Meinberg, yes. Westenberger,
Yes.
Thorsby,
Yes.
Bang,
Yes.
Peck,
Yes.
Lanier,
Yes.
Willett.
Yes.
Okay, we made it through the first reading. Now, a month from now, we'll be back here again for the second reading of the amended language.
Can I ask one question? It's coming June, okay? And caregivers and recreational, because it does not apply to recreational as we've been told, we're getting ready to put our plants outside. So if this somehow happens to pass in July, is everyone gonna be told to go and cut all of their, plants down because harvest is in October? What happens with that? You know, are you gonna lose all your revenue, are the patients gonna lose all their medication? You know, because the plants are going, some of them are in the ground now, they've been having cold weather, but they will be going in the ground, and I wanna know what's gonna happen with those.
If you are legally operating at the time, then you can continue legally operating even if the zoning ordinance changes. So as long as what you're doing is legal, and we change the zoning ordinance, it still carries through.
So it'd be like next growing season would start applying technically, like
Probably.
for the outdoor stuff?
Yep. Let's see, we got the rest of the meeting to do here.
So this is gonna be, a motion to go, that we're gonna make these changes, and you guys are making these changes, we're
Right.
gonna reconvene in a month on this issue?
Right.
Okay.
Without the planning board?
Right, it stays here.
Unless
Unless you want us to.
This is better, this is better.
Thanks.
I wanna get this over with so there's no more talk about this.
Yeah,
I wanna go back to being peaceful here.
yeah, isn't that awesome?
I love Flushing, by the way.
Yes, correct. Yeah, can I just make one comment on, please don't interrupt me. What I wanted, well, the point I was trying to get across, my neighbor, my mom's neighbor, he had good intentions. And he was trying to do the right thing, and
Yeah.
bad things happen, that's why I was trying to say there's a need for this ordinance.
Right.
You know, that's the point I was trying to get across, that's why I was trying to share it. So,
Okay, how does this ordinance fix that problem?
Not at all.
Recreational is still allowed, so the plants can still be out.
Not at all.
Still gonna be sneaky.
Exactly.
But the
I
patients.
ju- I just wanted to.
Difference between recreation and medical, this is definitely a medical situation.
That's what the
I
whole
appreciate
point,
you, Mr.
That's gonna fix the problem, sir.
that's what the whole point was about, was raising that, bringing it up, so.
Yeah, and our point
Okay.
is, we don't wanna register for the same reason.
Same
Let's
thing
go to the
happens
rest
to
of
some
our
residents.
meeting. Under reports, you guys are gonna love this. We have a rummage sale ordinance